By the age of 8, when I lived in Washington State, I had terrible eyesight and ended up with glasses. My mom picked them out for me, and they covered almost my entire face. I was fine with them, but my classmates thought otherwise. My elementary years were hell as I had to put up with the negative comments on my looks, which started to make me feel more self-conscious. One night, to make me feel better, my father took me out to the city of Bellevue to watch the Christmas parade. I was fascinated by the enormous decorations, but the reflection from the lights caused annoying glares that frustrated me. My father, seeing my frustration, told me to take off my glasses. I argued that it would make problems worse, but I went with his judgment. I took off my glasses and looked up towards the vast streets. Everything was a blur of abstract colors. The bouquet of golds and reds, greens and blues, the blur of curly fonts drawing patterns upon the building's entrances. I always admired the beauty of Christmas festivals in the city, but never like this. That one experience drew me into the city life deeply. I never wanted to leave. I believe it molded me into the graphic designer I am today, studying colors and fonts, trying to paint the feelings I found years ago back in Bellevue. I was told that I'm lucky to have parents who divorced when I was a young age, since it wouldn't affect me as bad. Well, in my situation, I felt that it made life a million times harder. Even after the divorce, I'd always see my father on weekends when I lived in Seattle, but those weekends became shorter and shorter, and suddenly out of the blue, I'm told we're moving with my dad to Santa Cruz, California for his new job. I was thoroughly confused. Were my parents divorced or not? Having to live with my father and mother as a separated family made things difficult on me. Sure, the family is back together, but not in the sense that we'd ever act like a family again. Then, after a year or two in California, I was told of news. "We're moving to Virginia, Belle," my mother said. Not a second later, we were gone. Now, I rarely see my father, ever, and that was that. I felt torn and left more muddled than before. The sudden yet permanent separation from a father figure led me to become a stronger advocate for myself, being the pushing force and determination of my goals. On my mother's side of the family, I remained close to my two cousins, Tiffany and Brooke. They enjoyed taking me everywhere with them, especially Tiffany. One thing they loved to do was teach me how to ice skate. Every winter we would spend day after day, for weeks, learning how to skate. I associated the comfort of my cousins with the enjoyment of ice skating. Years later, my cousins were no longer able to take me everywhere. I compensated for their absence by continuing to learn how to ice skate. I'm not as talented as I was when I was younger, but I still keep my tradition of ice skating every winter to relieve myself from stress, or if I just miss the memories of when I was younger with Tiffany and Brooke.